given that it is going to be the solo lane Lucian, again, assuming that this isn't going to be flipped at the last second here.
I don't think it's happening.
Well, I mean, look, I look at this composition. I'm very excited to get into this game. And I think that one of the real strengths that Hanwha Esports comp has over RNG, if they don't fall behind, if they don't getting a flash this early is fantastic for the Silas in this matchup.
Yeah, a little bit greedy for Cryan as well, because he, of course, hadn't teleported back to lane yet and was just overstaying maybe just a little bit as Will is going to come through, but Ming is in position, but Vista's here as well. Facebreaker is decent there from Ming, but First Blood's still going to go down over to Hanwha Life, and immediately it's answered as Chovy falls down. Ming now down to 300, not going to have another haymaker, and that is going to be another kill to come through from Willa, who was cosplaying as Twisted Fate. And now, still fighting. The flash forward from Wei takes a turret shot as Vista's looking for a deft. Turns up now as the stun comes in onto Gala. He's going to satchel his way out, and I think maybe that now the action's over.
Upcoming Rift Herald fight is going to be so much more difficult to stomach now as Chovy gets caught.
Yeah, speaking of difficulties, Chovy just going to get burst down. Going to put down the ward so that he could safeguard out, and Morgan's actually going to be able to find the hook shot to kick back onto Willa to get him out of here. And now Morgan has to deal with 3 ways, very low, but he's still alive for the moment. Is now Chovy going to use that stolen kick to try and get some work done, but immediately he's going to get taken down. It's a double kill now for Xiaohu, as Will is desperately trying to find it, and there's the Heartbreaker finally coming in, and Cryan is now behind enemy lines. Ming's in trouble on the bottom side as well, but does get a double face breaker as Gala's trying to rain those bombs from over the wall. Deft doesn't have the ulti, but will have one more auto attack as he flashes on forward. The Q's going to be there as Solar Flare comes through from Vista. He's got 100 health, but he does not care, and the Ziggs will get taken down, and he's unable to answer.
Oh man, you
might actually be very helpful here for Hanwha Esports, because it means that Xiaohu can't smash down this turret very comfortably. As now Willa, speaking of Xiaohu could be in trouble as Cryan's going to turn up. Willa immediately tries to ult his way out. There's the flash as well, and it is going to be Wei that shuts down the Viego. But now, Chovy comes on in there, finds himself the showstopper. Now he's underneath the turret. Wildcards will go wide, and it's a 1-for-1 in the end. As Deft is on the bottom side. Solar Flare will connect though, and there's the Everfrost as well. Hanwha Life piling on in. Cryan's already going to get taken down, but they're underneath the turret, and Chovy is immediately going to get taken down. Heartbreaker gets Willa out of there. In the turret, of course, Kingslayer is still pretty strong.
He's got the
trying to get out of here, yeah. Showstopper still available. There it is, as Chovy doesn't have. Talking about the lull state.
I might.
Oh, well, it's not happening. Because Vista's going to get tagged up. Now going to flash on forward. Finds the Zenith Blade into the backline. As now Morgan dives on in. Cryan's in a bit of trouble. As now Ming finds himself on the front line. Mega Inferno Bomb, not a lot of value, but the Camille will still fall. And RNG, they find their pick. And Hanwha Esports. Yeah, immediately the Destiny comes through. 4 members of RNG here, though. And I have a feeling that even though the Leona's pretty tanky, she is still going to die. And indeed she does. Now RNG back massage comes through from Xiaohu as Deft is going to be able to dash his way out, but Vista has found his way back into the fight immediately. Hanwha trying to dive on forward, and it is Xiaohu that's taken down. The high priority target is out of the fight, and Chovy somehow... hard playing a dive comp into a Ziggs as well as Wei, taking a fair bit of damage here. There's a Destiny from Cryan, though, to immediately come through and save the day. Mega Inferno Bomb, speaking of which, that is just going to obliterate Vista, and there's the kick flash onto Morgan. He's going to die as an afterthought as Willa going to flash his way out. Wei immediately following, though, had that resonating strike already coming through. And now Willa has to try and get himself out. Vista just soaking the Mega Inferno Bomb. Some chains coming through here as now Vista dives on in. The teleport is channeled as Ming finds the engage, but there's no follow-up here from RNG as Wei finally will find his way in there. But Deft is just free hitting from the backline. Wei could be in trouble. That is going to be a Q going to Narnia as now Cryan running away.
Walk straight in. Now we're at a stage where Hanwha Esports can rush this Baron down so easily here, and they're going to be the first ones.
They know he's there. They know he's there. They saw him walk up. The pings are already going down.
Yep, the Destiny comes on in there as Deft flies on forward, looks for Gala, but he flashes himself out. Deft goes golden. Now Xiaohu is in trouble. Immediately the pylon comes on in. Deft gets over the wall as now Willa trying to keep himself alive, but he's not going to be able to. Chovy surviving in amongst 4, but that ain't going to last for very long. Is now Deft looking to burst down the Drake, and he does it. But slinking in from the bottom side, can dash his way over as there's another Mega Inferno Bomb and culling to come through to soften up the members of Hanwha. They are able to back themselves out, but the pressure is still there from RNG.
And this time we see RNG do exactly
As
what
Vista flashes, grabs the solar flare, and in comes immediately out of nowhere Morgan. And he's going to be able to go down to his GA, keeps himself alive. That is 2 kills now for Chovy. Can he save this KDA is the real question. As now Hanwha chasing after the remaining 3 members of RNG. Vista not quite sure which way he wants to go. Have started it off. It goes down extraordinarily quickly.
Oh,
Def
it's
does
so late.
so much damage. It's at 3,000 health, and RNG aren't going to be able to take it. That's going to be secured by Deft of all people. A great face breaker, but Ming, again, no follow-up whatsoever as now Xiaohu gets himself in there. Going to be able to grab the Camille, who didn't have that GA as you knew. And Wei now finding that pick-off. As it's unfortunately the Viego that is going to go down. No resets this time around as the chains are flying around, but it's always a numbers advantage here for RNG and Chovy once again to actually come up as Deft goes into the supercharger, but there's the exhaust. Goes down to his GA. I guess it's not quite over just yet, but he's in amongst 4, and that is going to be that. RNG, they pull Hanwha Life apart, they give them a Baron, and then take their Nexus and say, that's a pretty good trade.
And by the end of the game, it is the RNG team fighting that pulls them through above all. Clearly, the call from Hanwha Life in the previous situation to give up that Baron, pull back, and make sure that they don't fight on RNG's call was the right one.